This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV Profit.
Now let's welcome in the management at Greenlam Industries. I've got Mr. Saurabh Mittal. He's Managing Director and CEO of the company. He joins us. Mr. Mittal, thank you for your time. Good to have you here. So I have your numbers. There's a top line growth of 17%, but the bottom line is lower. And it's actually flat year on year, both year on year, top line and bottom line. Could you tell us what happened?
Sure. So top line, as you know, has grown by 17%, in which laminates business has grown by about 14%, and the veneers and allied business has grown by about 34%. We started a new production line for engineered wood flooring, which is the first company in the country to start this product. So we had some we have some losses at the operational level in that business in quarter one. So if you would exclude the losses of the new business, the margins have actually increased in quarter one versus quarter one of last year. So that's the difference. So it's more of a initial gestation losses, which is depressing the growth at the bottom line level.
Yes. Which division is this? The new division?
So we have two verticals. One is the laminates and allied, and the other is decorative veneer and allied. In decorative veneer, we have veneer panels, and we have engineered wood flooring. So it's in the decorative veneer and allied business. That's what's the new product category which we launched last year in September, October. So we're still losing money at the operational level, at the EBITDA level in that product category. So that is actually depressing. That has actually depressed the potential growth of the bottom line.
Just talking about laminates, what was the growth there?
So laminates revenue growth has been about 14% in quarter one, and at the margin level, the margins at the EBITDA level is about 11.7% in quarter one versus 10.7% in that segment in last year quarter one, and at the EBIT level we are at about 9 odd percent. PBT is about 9 odd percent versus about 6.5% in quarter one of FY16. The laminates business, there's been a growth at the operating margin as well as the PBT level. In the veneer business, you see a slight dip in the margins because of the losses of the new product launch.
Could you talk to us, Mr. Mittal, what's the basic difference between laminates and veneer?
Well, laminates is a paper product. It's made out of various grades of paper and chemicals, and it's in a form of a sheet which is applied on wall panelings, doors, worktops, tabletops, kitchen countertops, kitchen shutters. So it's a paper product, and which comes in various thicknesses, starting from nearly 0.8 millimeters to up to 12 millimeter, which is a bathroom partition compacts. We also do laminates, which is a facade laminate. It's called a exterior clad laminate. So a laminate is a paper and a chemical product made out of paper and chemicals. And the decorative veneer, again, we have two segments. One is veneer panels, which is decorative wood shavings pasted on a plywood of 3.3 millimeter. And the other product is the engineered wood flooring. It's a flooring product. It's a flooring plank in various thicknesses and various grades, starting from 4 feet to 8 feet in length and 120 millimeter width to up to maybe 183 centimeters of width. So that's a flooring. That's the engineered wood flooring product.
And this is also the input is wood shavings for this as well, or
in the engineered wood flooring, yes, it's decorative wood shavings again. It depends, So there you have the top layer thickness starting from 0.6 millimeter up to 3 millimeter in thickness on the top layer, and then you have it's a 3-layer product. You have decorative veneer, or it's called a top layer veneer. And there's a center core which could be made of HDF or of solid pine wood with a backing of a pine veneer. So it's a 3-layer product. It's a finished product. So and it's with a click system. You don't need to glue the product, and we provide this with matching accessories and several warranties across various product categories.
I mean, okay, fair enough. Which is the biggest user industry for you? I mean, yeah.
So if you see the laminates business, we sell laminates in India to over 12,000 distributor dealers, retailers in the country, and nearly 50% of our business comes in from the exports market. We ship to nearly 100 odd countries worldwide, with the largest exporters from the country. So the user market would be traditionally, could be contractors, carpenters, it would be kitchen fabricators, modular furniture fabricators. So home improvements, it could be, door fabricators, people who would use a laminate on both sides of the door. So these would be our, user industry. And the applications are in the commercial space as well as the residential space. If you look at the veneer business, the decorative veneer business will be more residential sales as well as, premium, commercial space, hotels, hospitality, etc. And flooring is again residential as well as premium commercial, premium retail, hotels. That's the consumption. So basically, all the products we do are interior building products. So any form of interior space would have our, products.
Right. And veneer as well. I mean, it's all of it is sold here, or it's exported as well?
No, the veneer business is largely domestic focused, and because most of the raw material is being imported into the country. India doesn't have decorative wood, so most of the raw material is imported. So the decorative veneer business is largely based on the domestic market, while the laminates business is about 50% each, 50% domestic, and about 50% in the international markets. That's a breakup of the geographical sales setup.
Now, what is the what is your sort of USP, or I mean, how do you differentiate products? Because it's a pretty competitive market. You've got other large players. Some are listed. Some of the larger players are listed as well. So how does Greenlam differentiate itself? I mean, how do you do that in this business?
Yeah, well, so if I'll again go segment wise, in laminates we are the number one company in the country. We are actually the world's third largest producer, and so if you look at differentiation right from product quality certifications, the decor range, the distribution network, the specification from our architects, designers, influencers, the large sales team you have here. So it's across the value chain, on how we stand out against competition and how we, try and grow more than the market growth. And in the veneer business, again, if you go segment-wise, in the decorative veneer panel, we're again the number one company in the country. In the engineered wood flooring, we're the first company in India to start manufacturing. So there the competition is largely from imports coming from various parts of Europe and Southeast Asia. So we're still new in that business, and it holds a lot of promise. And we're looking at setting up we are in the process of setting up a distribution network in the country and working with architects, designers to gain specification for the brand. So the nearest competitor in the flooring is imports. Veneers, we have about 10% of the market share. In laminates, we are about 18% of the total industry's market size if you add our exports and domestic business.
Okay. All right. Thanks very much, Mr. Mittal. Appreciate you joining in with that perspective. And,
This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV Profit.